For me, there's a simple rule in politics. Never ever be surprised by what happens in politics.
The face of truth is open. The eyes of truth are bright. The lips of truth are ever closed. The head of truth is upright. The breast of truth stands forward. The gaze of truth is straight. Truth has neither fear nor doubt. Truth has patience to wait. The words of truth are touching. The voice of truth is deep. The law of truth is simple. All you sow, you reap. The soul of truth is flaming. The heart of truth is warm. The mind of truth is clear and firm through rain and storm. Facts are only its shadow. Truth stands above all sin. Great be the battle of life. Truth in the end shall win. The image of truth is the cross. Wisdom's message is its rod. The sign of truth is Christ, and the soul of truth is God. Life of truth is eternal. Immortal is its past. Power of truth shall endure. Truth shall hold to the last.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know the air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living room. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crying in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value.
What answer do we have to the various questions pertaining to our crime problem in this country? Welcome, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the most monitored talk show in the world, and that is NewsSpin on the Power 97.9 FM. The broadcast is also on the NewsSpin Facebook page as well as the YouTube channel. We'll be together until 2 o'clock this afternoon, and I'll be hearing from you a little bit later at 452-2979, and that is 452-2979, along with your WhatsApp calls and messages, 716-2026. Again, the number is 716-2026. As you delve into the recesses of your mind, are you satisfied with what is happening in St. Lucia right now? How you see things? The fact that we seem to be rudderless and we have no answers to many of our problems, but yet still we're existing as if we have a system that is workable, and we have different plans, and we have different mechanisms that are being employed on a day-to-day basis to deal with those challenges. But do you believe that we are just fooling ourselves when we claim to be governing St. Lucia as a people, as a society, as a citizenry, and more so as a government? Which takes me to something that would not be of surprise to you. St. Lucia has recorded another homicide, and that is homicide number 57. Police were called to the scene of that incident just before 10 p.m. yesterday after receiving a report. And that shooting incident occurred at Piat Grand Riviere in Grosley. The victim, believed to be 53 years old, identified as Gregory Louison of Piat Grand Riviere, reportedly suffering gunshot injuries to his torso. And according to some reports, it was in 2018 that he's lost his 12-year-old son to gun violence via a drive-by shooting incident. And can you imagine what his family is going through right now? You can't imagine. Because a lot of you are watching and listening to this broadcast, you have not been there before. Maybe you heard of a friend. Maybe you heard of some individual in your community who was gunned down mercilessly. The big question is, who is next? Because it's a trend. It is happening. It is commonplace. It is business as usual. And while we try to focus on the various social ills of our society in search of long-term solutions to that problem, that malady, what about immediate solutions? And what impression are you getting from our leaders that they are restive, that they anxiously working towards tackling that problem so that we do not record another year of homicides, of record homicides? We are at what? 57 homicides already for this year. And we have a lot of people who do not know the answers to so many of our problems in this country. But there is also, on the other hand, a fervent effort by the authorities through some kind of campaign to make you believe that things are not that bad. And they pointed to various initiatives and programs, and they point out to economic growth, and they want you to continue to hate certain individuals in this country for their apparent misdeeds of the past. So remove the focus on them. Place it somewhere else. Place it on former leaders. Well, sorry to disappoint you, but I am laser focused on our current leaders. Those people who are in charge. Those people who can literally determine whether you are alive over the next few hours or next few days or months because of decisions and actions that they would take on our behalf. You'll be hearing from the island's police commissioner in just a moment, Acting Police Commissioner Mr. Ferngard. And again, I continue to wonder. And apparently Mr. Gard is comfortable with his 6-month contract. This is a Herculean task that is before him. And I said that yesterday, both repeating today. I mean, how are you going to address this problem within a 6-month period? It would take a stroke of luck and ingenuity. Maybe if he's a genius, he might be able to acquit himself satisfactorily between now and February. But shouldn't we be given contracts to our elected officials? Not for 5 years. It appears that 5 years is too long within which they could solve our problems. But give a 3-year contract to an individual to serve as Prime Minister of St. Lucia. Don't you think that is worth exploring? Why 5 years? When they continue to fail us during that exact period, shouldn't we give them a limited period within which to prove themselves, or even put them on probation, wouldn't that hasten the effort on their part for them to deal adequately, reasonably with some of the ills of this society? Because I don't want to hear about what's happening in Trinidad, what's happening in Jamaica, what is happening in a number of the other islands. We are separate jurisdictions, and we are unique territories. And when you hear police commissioners talking tough and telling you that they will take the fight to the criminals, you wonder whether you could give any kind of credence to that. When we do not have the history of our leaders, particularly politicians in high office, our police commissioners, doing things that are out of the ordinary. For example, you get to hear on NewsSpin that a top drug dealer has been arrested, charged, now in police custody. Something earth-shattering. Or somebody in some leadership position in this country is being made to account for certain misdeeds. Don't give me the impression that it's only the ordinary folks from different communities in St. Lucia. They are the ones who are responsible for the problems that we are experiencing right now in this country. Because even there's a latest UN report talking about drugs and gangs in a number of territories in the Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago, St. Lucia, etc., making reference to, in other words, the facilitators of crime, those who are holding key positions in our society and business, and the gangs, etc. And maybe you're thinking of something that was said, something that was read by a particular prime minister. I think it was in about, 2013, thereabout, or 2015. We need to get serious about this crime problem in St. Lucia and hold our leaders accountable. Ensure that they account to us. Somebody cannot be responsible for national security in our country, and directly under his nose you have so many issues that he's just failing to successfully address, to bring some... I mean, you're not getting that impression if you listen to this broadcast, but I get the impression somehow, interacting with people from time to time, that people are frustrated. They are frustrated. This is not manifesting itself with people openly being dispirited, or walking the streets naked, or holding demonstrations. But this should not cause the government to feel that everything is okay in our country. The authorities need to engage in some kind of introspection. Analyze your thoughts, whether it's the Prime Minister, whether it is the Crime Prevention Minister, Home Affairs Minister, the entire cabinet of St. Lucia. As you analyze your conscience, are you satisfied with your performance? If you were to seek re-election tomorrow, do you believe that the people ought to, not that they will re-elect you into office, but do you believe that you have earned the right to be re-elected, and more so, to be part of a cabinet to address a number of the ills in the society? Because unfortunately, all we have right now, and I'm urging the public, members of the public, to be very, very careful about being misled, about being tricked by the government. Does that mean that I am saying that the alternative is the United Workers' Party? That's not what I'm saying. I'm being very direct in telling you that as much as the Prime Minister would tell you he's keeping his eyes on the prize, which is re-election, you ought as a people to be focused, because the government has failed you miserably. And there are a lot of things that are not coming to the fore. Never mind all the campaigns that you're seeing on some programs and the reference being made to this program and that program, etc. You might not be around to experience the benefits that are due to you. So when the government talks about renovating homes, reconstruct the year of infrastructure, and it cannot maintain the peace in the country, does that really make sense to you? I mean, when you drive, particularly in evenings, do you really feel safe? Do you think that it's because of something that you have done that people are just out there to snuff out your life? Or do you believe through its inactions, the government has given the criminal elements carte blanche to do as they please? The government is not saying to the criminal elements directly, go ahead and do your thing and kill people, and you will not be arrested, you will not be charged, you will not be made to account. Not saying that directly, but through its actions, through its failure to communicate a direct message to our criminals. That's what the government is saying. Go ahead. I can't do anything. I'm not a policeman. And we've always heard, and you hear people have degrees in public administration and in management. Why aren't you managing the affairs of this country to the satisfaction of your employers, the people of St. Lucia? Let me hear from you right now at 452-2979. That's 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026, and that's 716-2026. In a moment, somebody's lamenting that you can pay somebody $500 to seek revenge on your behalf, and that person will go out there and take the life of anyone who is at odds with you. We'll hear from a particular individual on CIP and the latest at the Entrepreneur Secondary School. 452-2979, 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026, and that is 716-2026. And let me see if I could go through some of your comments in the chat room. Okay, just bear with me. I'll try to access it. Somebody says there's this move by the Prime Minister to appoint Mr. Gard to act as Commissioner of Police for 6 months is just another political stunt to allow time to pass and then appoint a particular individual to serve in the post. And let's see if we have another WhatsApp message. Somebody says there, no, I'm not satisfied with what's happening in St. Lucia. Oh my goodness, that's the first I'm hearing about that death. The more things change, the more they remain the same in St. Lucia. And another WhatsApp message. Tim, the 6 months is for him to complete his present contract at the Body Lake Correctional Facility. After that time, he'll continue on a new contract as a police commissioner. And another comment to go through. Somebody says, okay, all right, not the time for this. Let's see if we have another one. Tim, as a concerned and deflated citizen, I'm worried that the new police commissioner is on the record making a statement. I'm accepted to play a role of police commissioner. Is this beautiful island Hollywood? All right, we have Mr. Rigobert online as we say good afternoon to you via WhatsApp. You are on the air, sir. How are you?
Yeah, bon après-midi, Tim.
Oui, bon après-midi, monsieur. Ça qu'a fait?
Oui, moi là, quand tu veux pour moi.
OK.
Il fait pas ni pièce les mak na ekouye ek bakay di bon après-midi pour qui mané.
OK.
Because il paye un maz, moi ni ka côté.
C'est des à côté, oui. Si pas à l'école.
Oui.
Mhm.
Moi il paye un maz ka côté.
Oui.
Ça m'a voulu dire après-midi, moi voulu dire that gentil boy là yo te tué en blanchard, yo mette posé hier.
Oui.
On le thème était hier
Mhm.
avec papa et même moi quand je souhaité papa pour la force quoi because bagay comme ça pas ka irrésistible mon an yon seul coup. Vous comprenez? Because ti garçon était de la main, il pas ka wekle ce ti boy là qui den pour ka les côtiers cliché be la main papa il so il ka manche pour un shaitan. Vous comprenez?
Exactement ça c'est twist hein.
Oui, moi pas ouais mais yo dit moi ça so moi senti. Vous comprenez?
Oui.
So lui même ça là moi me dire il m'a non well le nom autres sortir les deux mois là right now mais ils savent qui monde. Et vous savez un gentleman qui a couillé from Dairy So. Et qui a fait un chai bon point. Et au change de temps, nous te baillons un petit blague, il était parlé about Saint Joseph avec maladie, il était pour un thème. Massa aussi change qui on a parlé about. Mais c'est pour même papa Tibaï là.
OK.
Oui, c'est pour. OK. Assez dit pour ça. Ça me voulait d'où là. Naïdi a dans une manière et que des gens qui comprennent. Est-ce que elle est en bas à gâter? Ou ni poisson, ou ni viande qui gâté. On fridge pas qu'à manger ça ba au tim. Ou qu'à point, et ou qu'à mettre dans un fridge. Ice sky couvert. Et tout un fridge là qu'à travail ou pas qu'à point l'ordre. Quand yo point courant en dedans et ben defrost. Même gâté a été gâteau qu'à point l'ordre plus mauvais. Vous comprenez? Avec ça moi qu'a dit là ça qui comprendre ça qui pas comprendre. C'est même manière chef police là yo a pointé là. Vous comprenez? Tout le temps yo parti toutes ces police là qui corrupt là. Tout le temps yo pas ranger ces situations en DPP et qui yo pas faire un general clean up avec ça qui n'est pour clean up, avec ça qui n'est pour aller, avec ça qui bon été. Rien pas qu'à marcher. Chef police là yo a pointé là, il a un fridge avec yo permettre yo tout en dedans. Les rien il veut assez gâter, c'est ça naturel idea. Vous comprenez? So là beaucoup ni pièce rangement en ça yo fait là until yo pas clean up tous ces bad disciples là que les go yo aller là kayo et que ça qui bon et garder qui manière la vie à marcher. Ça qui t'entend, ça qui comprendre mais moi juste dis manière moi ouais. Ni un bon après-midi.
Ou aussi merci pour couiller 452-2979 that's 452-2979 your WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026 and that is 716-2026. Let me see there. Somebody says there, greetings, bro. Today, blessed to listen all involved in the most monitored talk show. And another WhatsApp message. Interesting, Acting Police Commissioner Ferngard announced the development of a strategic plan aimed at combating crime in St. Lucia. Very interesting that the word development was used and not the continuation of. Then there was obviously no previous plan. Or if there was, it was evidently very poor played out. So what was the lady commissioner writing on? And let's see there if we have another WhatsApp message. Somebody says, landed safely but cannot taxi, has to be towed. It's referring to something. I don't know what exactly, but shows an aeroplane, probably at the Uranora International Airport. Let's take a call. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You're on the air.
Brother Poleon, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon to you, caller.
Yeah, you okay?
I'm all right.
Yeah, let me say to a blessed day to Mr. Rigobot and also Brother Harris. Team, as Mr. Rigobot currently said a while ago, yesterday was Melo funeral. Now, one would wonder it is done why that thing is keep on continue highlighting on your program. The reason why, and I want to say because of the question it was asked in the church yesterday as to how many more of our young, innocent children like that have to be gone. before the authorities fail or do something about it. It is not a cry of one person. This is an international cry. I am yesterday while in the church looking at his classmate, the student team. It was heartbreaking to see they could not. His classmate just could not understand what was going on. You could see they crying. They feel as though the entire life is wrecked him as a result of the colleagues at school. And I am continue saying again, and I am repeating myself, when those tragic or those things happen, somebody that is spearheading or that is elected to protect or to safeguard our young innocent children, what are the response? What are they doing? Sean Edward was at the funeral. Senator Gideon Ferdinand. But the statement has to come strongly from the hierarchy of the leader, which is the National Security Minister. Tim, do we want to just lose our young people like that, Tim? Is a nice thing to do? And we just move as though nothing happened? Let's move on, man, he buried, and tomorrow we don't care if it is somebody else or Timothy, Timothy's children. We cannot act like that. We cannot live like that in a society. And we claim, we are God-given, whatever. St. Lucia is a Christian society, a Christian nation, whatever it is. And we just forget, as though we have short memories when somebody loses their life. Whether it is young and old, something drastic. And I heard about the new commissioner of police. I listened to his press conference. He sounds very good, Tim. You didn't know that way he sounds?
Yes, I heard it. Mm-hmm.
But the question is, and Mr. Riverboat quite rightly said, a lot of people might not understand what he said, but I speak Creole and I understand it well. When you have an institution like that have been plagued with so many allegedly corrupt officers, for you to come there as top cop, you have a big challenge on your hand. You're not just having to policing the country, preventing the crime rate, the crime situation from continuing, but then you have to deal with your own that is already there with you. How you deal with these people? And that is what the challenge is. He's heading for a big, tough fight. I'm not saying physical fight with his colleagues, but to make sure that he clean up those rotten cops, and then the police will be able to get the respect that they need to carry out their work. Tim, briefly, let me just ask that question again, and I know you don't have the answer for that. Do we still have the special prosecutor in action here?
Yes, sir. He's still on duty.
Is that person still getting taxpayers' money, getting paid?
Ought to be, yes.
How many cases that he has taken ever since he was introduced?
Mm-hmm. Well, he's yet to provide an update.
So, and do you believe that is okay?
Caller, you determine. You decide.
No, but if I am paying you, Mr. Poleon, on NewsSpin from 12:30 to 2 o'clock in the afternoon to do a job, and I know you are doing your job good, I'm paying you.
Mm-hmm.
Timothy is doing his job. But if I'm paying Tim and I'm not hearing any cases where Timothy have decided to prosecute somebody for allegedly or maybe investigating a matter that was an investigation, then Timothy is at work. I mean, I cannot understand why we have a gentleman getting paid by tax hard-working St. Lucian and he has not prepared to take any case. Is that just a flair, just to show that we are accountable, we just elect these people there? I mean, what is going on? I mean, this is serious, That is about money being paid to somebody that is not working. That's not the way you're looking at it, Tim.
Caller, why you want me to help you? That's your argument, your discussion. I had my turn already. So make your case. Make your case to the audience, sir. I'm listening.
Mr. Poole, let me be brief there. I'm just putting you on the spot.
No, you're not putting me on the spot. I'm just saying it's your argument. It's your time to shine.
Well, I mean, I'm just maybe putting the audience, I mean, on the spot. Just repeat it. But what I am saying, if somebody is, I had reason to have a lawyer not too long ago, and that person tell me X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z, I pay the person. And I find that person did a hell of a good job. Because had I go there by myself, I know that would have been different, I mean, been totally worse against me. But then I'm satisfied. But if I am paying you, and you have not, I mean, have anybody never had a day with you in court, why the taxpayers have to continue? And I don't know how much money is getting paid monthly. Do you have any information?
No, I have no idea, sir.
I mean, these are things, we're looking at that small, but these are things that we need to know, Mr. Poleon. We need to know that. We just need to know how our money is being spent. I mean, we are so big in St. Lucia, we have money and we can just waste it. And the road is getting in a bad state now. Potholes everywhere, you have to dodge everywhere, you don't even know which side to drive. Anyway, I'll just leave it. I suspect when I'm engaging you on certain things, you tend to be careful, which I support.
That's not the point, I'm just saying it's your time for you to articulate your position, sir. I don't think you really need my assistance for you to do that.
And I know you're a professional. One thing if you have a talk show host, one thing if you are another type of talk show, people can spin around and turn all around. And let me say that to Mr. Requin. I know he will take me on later. Mr. Harris make a statement, I think it was either Monday thereabout, in terms of religious belief. And Requin, when it's come to religion, have a difficulty. Requin is not a person to interpret any biblical thing for you, because Requin is not, whether he knew the Bible, but Requin is not a man who quality don't really believe in scriptures. And he can take me on if he wants. Yes, you need to respect somebody's opinion when it comes to biblical matters.
I think it does, but he has a different opinion, because nothing is that straightforward. Many of us, I think, we have made up our minds as far as religion is concerned and Christianity and so on, but other people have a different perspective. Does not mean that they are wrong, sir.
I never said he's wrong. I know well he's your top partner or whatever. But
It's nothing about being top partner, a friend or enemy or anything of that nature. I'm just saying, I think that is his point of view, sir.
He's the only person you give latitude and you're allowed to go to any field in terms of a discussion with you. Now, I know that that's not lately. And Requin had his talk show, everywhere I used to call Talk To. But then almost like Requin have been, I'm not saying he's not making good points, fine, but almost like Requin have been hijacking NewsSpin. And he's a pretty smart guy. When people talk, he tend to go almost like a lawyer, like Perry Mason, and come at the back and try to say what you did not say good and what you did not say bad. I think he needs to stop that, especially when it comes to biblical things. Requin is not equine enough to tell you about Bible. Not to say he cannot do it, but he don't. If you listen to him, he really don't believe in Christian, in church and religious things.
And that's his right. That's his right.
That is his right, but the ordinance, for me as a biblical, somebody who believes in the Bible, who believes in Jesus Christ, I would not support it totally. We have a different opinion when it comes to that. Thank you very much.
Okay, caller. Thank you so much. We have somebody already on the WhatsApp call. Good afternoon, the WhatsApp line. Good afternoon, you're on the air.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, caller. Go ahead with your contribution, please.
Yes, what I'm saying to that gentleman who's talking there, he's making us this government that committing crime. No government can stop crime. Government cannot stop crime. Government cannot stop crime. They're trying their best. Even though you put police there, the police cannot stop crime. Crime happening. It's happening. You understand, Timothy? Even though they give the Prime Minister, what they have to do, the commissioner right now, we have to do it's not a commissioner, it's acting now. I heard people say commissioner of police. He's an acting commissioner. So what you have to do, you have to try to get some policemen training in Singapore, because Singapore have only one crime per year. So the countries that have the lowest crime rates, try to send the police, some police there to get some training.
Okay, why do you think that the crime problem or the crime situation is at a manageable or even acceptable level in Singapore? Why?
Beg your pardon, Timothy?
Why do you think that the crime problem is at an acceptable level in Singapore? It is not alarming. Why do you think?
No, because they're doing something that we're not doing. It's
Yeah.
just like what,
Caller,
just like the West
caller,
Indies.
listen, no, don't go into cricket.
Yeah.
It's a simple thing. Governance, caller. Gouvernement. Travail gouvernement. Gouvernement ka travail. Gouvernement ni policy en place au Singapore. Gouvernement ka make sure by travail douet. Gouvernement pas ni temps pour corrupt. Écoutez-moi, gouvernement pas ni pièce temps pour corruption. Gouvernement ka lead by example. OK, Colin?
Oui,
So bon pa ou di Singapore là. So bay la pas fait.
Oui, c'est pour mal.
Écoutez-moi, bay la pas fait pas koy. So là du kon
Oui,
gouvernement pas ça do bout crime commission gouvernement ni the government has a deep responsibility for our security, sir. And Singapore,
yeah, oui.
the fact that it is enjoying a low crime rate or minimal crime is because of the policies of the government in Singapore. Nakuto watch on man.
Gouvernement c'est destiné pour un page, pas une page, on peut pas avoir 10 pages, 10 pages, 10 pages pour nous va comprendre. Hors Singapore. Comment tu joues comme ça toute les nations où il y a what makes you mad? Gouvernement ni pour voyer. Let's buy police machine. Because c'est l'on buy machine c'est du voyer. Well, I mean, say this police, man, this Singapore was trained by you. Et man, you keep strategy, you can say, strategy, you can say, yeah, pardon. Ou qu'il police, il n'a pas de like Kalimale. Depuis ce criminel là, ouais, like là, il y a some police cabinet. Et bon, et police ici qui a parlé trop, l'on va information, il pour dire c'est mon ainsi. Il y a 99 pour la caillou. Est-ce que si vous avez non, vous avez adresse, vous avez ça qui couche au dormir. Toutes ces informations, ça y est. Pourquoi les policiers information yo pas ka faire travail yo ko investir yo ve ou arrêter moun nan ba yo pour dire et puis yo ka mal vendre moun c'est soit sur tel monde ça pas bon man yo ka investiguer là pour bon gouvernement ni pour voyer yo a train dans l'autre côté yo ça manière c'est moun ka faire yo ça because de les moi à côté moi moun ka fait bagay police là il pas ka dire rien beaucoup mon ouvre moi pour dire moun n'a pas fait ça. Là où sans police, vous supposez aller au tribunal, il faut faire avant. Yo là, il va pas bien. Après, la police, c'est qu'est-ce qu'il y a un crime fait, puis yo ça court, nous descend comme cheval. C'est qu'on a moins le café. Gouvernement, ni pour commissionnaire, acting commissionnaire, ni pour voyer nom dehors, I train. Oui, c'est pitié, même quand on signe la rabole seulement, il n'y a pas de pitié. On dit pour boire l'autre manière. So, so aller over the weekend, to aller around the weekend, go out out.
Okay, caller. Okay, merci beaucoup. In the chat room, somebody says, we're not asking government to stop crime. We're expecting that measures, policies be put in place to manage the crime problem situation. Why have ministries of justice, law, home affairs overseeing the police force? Still to come, some of your calls on your WhatsApp messages, and somebody says you could get revenge by hiring somebody to kill your enemy for as little as $500. This is the most monitored talk show in the world, NewsSpin.
It all started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. 85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
Lazarus's funeral home is here for you. Lazarus's private cemetery offers a peaceful resting place for your loved ones. With tranquil settings, visitation, and reflection, we believe in the compassionate care of all our departed loved ones. Lazarus's private cemetery, let us help you create a final resting place. Make it special. Make it Lazarus's Funeral Home, your friend in a time of need. Payment plans are available for tombs. Call us in Vidbute at 452-7491 or in New Dock Road, VA4, 454-6555.
Lucilex remote options are available to serve you every weekday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Call or send a WhatsApp message to 285-6796, 285-7859, 285-3593, 285-3329 or 285-8640 or send an email to customersupport@lucilec.com for assistance. Lucilec encourages you to use the available options for doing business with us remotely.
6 more. Just a flick of the wrist.
The CPL action lives at KFC as we add an exciting new item to our menu. Introducing the King's Box. The King's Box includes 5 dipping wings undipped, 1 piece of chicken, 1 regular fries, and a 16-ounce soda for only $20. Purchase a King's Box for a chance to win VIP and regular tickets to the King's cricket matches in St. Lucia, KFC vouchers, and other prizes. Participation is simple. Simply sign your name and number on your King's Box receipt and place an entry box provided at all 5 locations. Promotion runs from August 1st to September 16th, 2024. Look out for pop-ups, photo-ops, and memorabilia sign-in from the King's players at selected stores. The T20 action continues with KFC. Purchase a King's Box today and be on your way. KFC, finger-licking good.
Yes, into the crowd. 6 sixes and an over.
This is We Summer. Get ready for the biggest and wildest deals from Flow.
Summer comes with a best that's for ya. Switch it up and this is We Summer. Flow says this is We Summer. We Summer. Hey.
Who got the best deals? It's Flow. But the postpaid Wi-Fi you go. Cut your bill in half, save more for sure.
This is We Summer. Bundle broadband now with postpaid and get your bill cut in half. Plus, get up to 4 Samsung Galaxy smartphones for only $4.
15,000 in cash is that. 15,000 in cash, win that.
Win $15,000 in cash when you sign up, switch up, top up, or pay up with Flow.
Summer, Flow says this is We Summer. We Summer. Hey.
Flow, keeping you connected. Terms and conditions apply.
It is well known by all solution professional tradesmen and even homeowners that European-made tools are the best. Well, guess what? Europa Hardware is having a massive promotion on the Metabo brand of power tools. From impact drills to angle grinders, jigsaws to rotary hammers, sanders and hot air guns. All at unbeatable, jaw-dropping prices. Don't let your tools let you down. Come to Europa and stay standing with a proud in-the-hand tool from Metabo. Call us at 452-0763 or visit us in Masat Grozile. Europa, we service what we sell.
Don't miss out on the biggest sale of the year at Palace House. Everything must go. Half off and less on everything. But that's not all. We also offer wholesale prices on a variety of items and souvenirs, perfect for vendors and retail needs. Visit us today at Mikut Street, Castries, or call us at 452-2250. Don't miss out on the biggest sale of the year at Palace House.
It's coming. The brunch of the century. Welcome to Sunburnt. 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 It's coming.
The CPL is back for 2024, and the St. Lucia Kings are hunting for their first title. This year, it will be the best ever CPL, with global superstars, massive sixes, and incredible entertainment at the biggest party in sport. There are 4 games between September 7th and 15th. Get your tickets now at cplt20.com. Turn it up and experience cricket played louder.
Attention men, are you worried about your prostate? Then get a multi-parametric MRI of the prostate done for only $1,250 from now until the end of September in commemoration of Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. Don't guess, know your status. Speak to your doctor or urologist, or just make an appointment by calling any of the La Clinique de Corps branches in Castries or Rodney Bay at 451-6559. That's 451-6559.
I've seen you here before, and I have something special just for you. What have we here? Happy housewarming to me? That's the MNC Home Depot rewards card. You'll earn points every time you shop, plus exclusive savings and promotions just for you. Just for me? Yes, just for you. Shop in store or online and enjoy a seamless experience. So I get to treat myself every time I shop? Exactly. It's time to reward yourself.
MNC Home Depot and Sunbelt Rewards Card. Sign up and reward yourself today at www.mnchomedepot.com.
At Caribbean Pastouche Limited, we offer high-quality products from Martinique, and our ready mix is made with casting sand, not regular pumice. Compared to regular pumice, casting sand saves you in your cement use. At Caribbean Pastouche Limited, our materials come from porcelain stones, which is used as an additive in creating cement. Caribbean Pastouche Limited is located in Bexon, behind Essential Hardware. Give us a call at 489-0074. We're open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sundays 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Caribbean Pastouche Limited. Quality construction, our priority.
Some people kill people because the person disrespect them. Help Paul, sir. The person, monsieur, disrespected me, man. So I have to teach monsieur a lesson. I have to teach the family a lesson. Can't tell me who got disrespected, friend. A friend of mine, a guy gave him a bad drive. Was driving on the main road, or somebody come out from the minor road and just swing. And my friend had to pull hard for him not to involve himself in an accident. And a guy was standing right there by the junction. He said, preacher, don't worry with me, see, man. Just give me 500 and I'll take care of him. I know you don't want your hands dirty. This man disrespect you. 500. And I'll take care of him. What can $500 do for you, man? Killing somebody for $500?
You just heard there from Bishop Thomas Aristide, and he was officiating at the funeral service for Melchizedek Tixi yesterday. And remember, he was killed, shot and killed in his home on July the 31st of this year. And an 18-year-old has been charged with his murder. And he was charged on August the 8th. Let me go through Polygate's Daily Motivation Corner. It reads, are we aware that we are now a nation in crisis? A pandemic beyond COVID-19? Have we truly acknowledged the pandemic ravaging our nation? Not the one brought by COVID-19, but far more insidious force, one that spreads devastation and heartache every single day. We hear about it in passing, perhaps as just another headline, another statistic, another life lost. But have we stopped to truly see, to absorb who the real victims are in this wave of destruction? Look at our children. Innocent, defenseless, and often forgotten. These children are left to suffer at the hands of those meant to protect them. Sometimes their own families, relatives, or guardians. They are used, abused, and discarded, victims of a societal failure to care, to protect, and to act. Have we honestly taken a moment to see what's happening, to fully comprehend the magnitude of what is occurring in our once beautiful nation? A small nation, yet with a staggering capacity for crime. We are bleeding, not from an external force, but from within. If we were to pause just for a moment and reflect on the true victims of this epidemic of violence, we might be moved to act. We might recognize the urgency of the situation and come together as a nation to confront this crisis head on. But instead, we sit in silence, often indifferent, It's easier to look away, to believe that as long as the painful shoe is not on our own foot, as long as the devastation has not reached our doorstep, we are fine. We convince ourselves that this is someone else's problem. But how long can we ignore it? How long can we pretend that this pandemic of violence and abuse is not affecting us all? If we do not act, if we do not unite to protect the most vulnerable, then we too are complicit. And one day, it may be too late to undo the damage. We must wake up, take responsibility, and make every effort to restore the safety and dignity of our nation, one child at a time. And the motivational piece there by Polly Gates. 452-2979, that's 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026, that's 716-2026. And let's see what's happening in terms of your comments in the chat room. I have ignored you for too long. Somebody says there in the chat room, okay, they're having their own conversation, and let me see if I could share something with you. No. All right, somebody's asking for Tyson. Imagine. Let's take a call on the landline. Good afternoon to you. You are on the air.
Tim, bon après-midi.
Saidia, Makulid.
Mais moi ça te bat lo a Tim, avant de wasko merci ichen glo ala ichen commandement moi.
Oui.
Ek moi ni glo aussi moi.
Right.
Que m'a appelé l'argent moi pour magie. So, là bon moi bagay la appelé ça moi servi. So, ba quitter glo aussi tellement pour mon servi pour l'argent yo a. Bon yo point commandement moi yo chen ni là pour tout moi ou. Bon moi septembre yo il a toujours.
Bon, c'est mon Miku, Panidlo, hein?
Well, c'est mon pas connaître number office là.
Pour 5 jours, pas de l'eau.
Moi, quand vous avez number ba yo 457-80-39.
Ok.
Yo pas ni l'eau. Yo pas parler pour l'argent yo ouais. Si yo doit parler ouais, doit ce qu'on attendre. Okay.
Ou can you represent Simon ça?
Moi-même, Tim, on l'a bail moi vle di. Moi ka oui merci monsieur qui te ti maman la qui te ya moi ka oui merci tout le monde qui te vinn supporter ti monsieur parce que moi même t'es là avec moi chay bagay, moi maman, moi papa, moi c'est moi yo tout déclaré ni monsieur tout en jeu qui vinn supporter Antanos. So on a dit Antanos chez Befort. Moi, ça, ou pour comprendre comme, mais ou ni pour comprendre, parce que perdre ou à perdre. Mais, moi, t'es là, avec moi, Haïti, bagaille passe assez bien.
Ok.
So, moi, t'es là. Avec moi, comment des gouvernements pour finir l'hôpital, ben moi, bon l'hôpital, puis, il peut avoir qu'il est, moi, 48 Saint-Jude. So, ben moi, bon l'hôpital, pour moi, aller là, pour moi, coucher à dans bonne manière. Avec ben moi, belle couche. Mettez belle couche, belle couverture, bah là bon nous pour nous servir. Pas quitter nous point bah là nous pour nous couvert couche l'hôpital. Ça pareil. So gouvernement supposé faire ça ni pour faire et puis ranger ça faire pays pour moun là complain.
OK.
Complain bagay qui supposé fait pas qu'à fait et puis tout bagay ka aller à de manière pas bon. So moi même ka couya sur bon moi belle couche couverture puis si on va qu'il en avion entre là c'est bail ça pas ni ou la hodi ou pas la demain so c'est ça vraiment des pays ni on bon comprendre et puis toute sa position c'est premier ministre tout c'est ça qui a dans mettez quoi yo dans bonne position pour moun pas bail au bouche pour bagay la marcher qu'on ni pour marcher. So, c'est ça vraiment de pour quitter bail après-midi à Tim.
OK, Makoulid. Merci beaucoup.
On parle bail qui homme. Dis-moi un bel bonjour.
OK, n'a fait ça.
OK, bye.
Merci. WhatsApp message. Can you please find out on behalf of local artists who performed during the carnival celebrations When will their payments be made? I'm sure that the organizers are listening. A call via WhatsApp. Good afternoon. NewsSpin, you are on the air.
Good afternoon, Tim.
Good afternoon, sir.
Tim, you had an interview with Thaddeus Antoine some time ago, where he was explaining how that since everybody is doing the thing where you go to duty free, where you go and buy something on somebody's ticket.
Mm-hmm.
You remember?
Yes, I can recall, yes.
Huh?
Yes, I can remember, yes.
Yes, and he's saying that, well, since everybody, while it is illegal, it literally says, on the form somewhere you shouldn't do that. The item should be carried out of the island, because you're not paying the taxes on it. And, it is illegal to do so. He was saying that since everybody is doing it, there's no problem in that, So I was saying that would be, and he is actually the lawyer in charge of the CIP selling of the application.
No, he's not responsible for the selling, no.
No,
he's basically he's doing the due diligence in terms of the vetting and so on, facilitating.
Due diligence, right, to make sure that nobody who is committing fraud or breaking the law or anything like that is applying for a passport, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then he's okay with if everybody is breaking a certain law, that's okay, that's fine. It's a little thing. Because I think you have that clip, and I would really like you to find that clip and just run it back again, because for people to actually see the thought process of somebody who is in that position.
Well, to me, those are two different issues, because he's not in a position to determine whether the person can get citizenship or not, caller.
No, Tim, you're not following me. I'm saying that in his opinion, that because buying something duty-free on somebody else's ticket is against the law.
I don't want to tie the two issues because, I'm telling you, because Mr. Thaddeus Antoine, there are many layers that you have to go through before you get the citizenship. And he's not the one who determines whether you get citizenship via CIP or not.
But he's a layer. And you know what they say about the weakest link? About your chain, it's as strong as your weakest link. Yeah?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Okay. So, and in that same regard, I'm saying if I'm somebody who wants to do something illegal or try to circumvent a layer that is put to protect, would I seek assistance from somebody I have no idea what their frame of mind is or what they consider to be okay or allowable, or somebody who has already put it out there, that certain things, that can pass, even though it is illegal.
But I honestly do not want to conflate the two issues, the statement that he made with his whatever role that he plays as far as the CIP is concerned, sir.
Okay.
All right.
I'm still saying that the person can put it out there that is there in their mind. That is okay.
I'm listening to you, caller, but I'm not agreeing with you on that particular issue.
You're not agreeing with me that if somebody is okay with breaking a little law, then that's fine. They can be put.
Yeah, because you're coming up with a hypothetical issue there.
No, he literally stated that.
No.
It's okay to do that. If everybody's doing it, it's okay. Let's not make a big thing about that.
On that basis, I cannot say that he is culpable in any matter. Or he will compromise. But I'm not in a position to say that he'll compromise his integrity as far as this issue is concerned, sir. I don't know.
As far as the CIP issue is concerned?
Yes, I cannot say that. Not based on the statement that he made. No, not only on the statement that he made.
But in something small, getting a little perfume or something, that's allowable.
Caller, you have made your point. All right.
My point. All right.
Okay. Thank you so much. Here's another call. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You're on the air. Via WhatsApp.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Hello. Good afternoon. You are on the air.
Good afternoon, Mr. Timothy Poleon.
Yes,
this
sir.
Is your humble servant, Peter Chico.
Yes, Mr. Chico. Good afternoon to you, sir.
Yes, Mr. Poleon, the previous caller, when you had Mr. Antoine on your show, I tried to get the show, but I really couldn't get the show. Let me really put this gentleman in his place. What the caller is saying there, while you sometimes I admire you, like Riquin said, your diplomacy. But while you do not want to equate the two situations with Thaddeus, what you need to understand is the pattern of behavior. Everything Thaddeus Antoine said on your show is illegal, it is wrong, right? So when he goes about saying that it is okay for people to use a French ticket, customs have arrested many, many people for doing these things, okay? Secondly, Thaddeus Antoine used to be, at the time, the gentleman in charge of the tourism authority, it was, I think.
Yeah, he's the chairman of the St. Lucia Tourism Authority.
He was the chairman.
Well, he is still the chairman.
Now, just imagine that. Thaddeus Antoine, being the chairman of the tourism authority, is going on national radio, national media, and talking such stupidness. I could say it as it is now, because now I am not obligated to hold my tongue. You understand what I'm telling you? But Thaddeus Antoine, I'll give you a simple example. If Timothy Poleon is traveling and he comes to me, I come to him, Peter Chico, I come to him and I say, Tim, you traveling there, I see this watch, this $4,000 watch at Colombian Emeralds, I want to buy it. And Tim buys it for me. Are you aware Timothy Poleon is the one that is culpable?
Yeah.
Timothy Poleon could be arrested and even jailed. I personally have had a situation where there was a medical student, an American medical student at the Spartans University in Vieux Fort. I was transferred to Vieux Fort to hold on for the supervisor. At the time I was in charge. I was working in special operations. And from the time I landed in Vieux Fort, the officers came to me and they were expressing their concern about this particular medical student who has just been verbally abusing customs officers, considering them to be idiots, considering them to be goats, and considering them not to be able to deal with him because he was smarter than them. The gentleman, nearly everything in the gentleman's house was bought duty-free. And he was living in Auger, not Auger, in Latouny, around the Latouny area in Vieux Fort. I did my investigation. I went to the stores. I got the information about the items he bought. And I went to the gentleman's house with a truck. And I took 2 televisions, computers, because the furniture, and I found out that the furniture also was purchased duty-free. I went into his house with a warrant and I took all the items. I didn't take the furniture because I had no serial numbers for the furniture. But all the electronic pieces the gentleman had in his house that had been purchased duty-free. And a passenger who bought one of the items for him was leaving the airport. I detained him. You understand me?
Yeah.
So everything Thaddeus Antoine said on that show is wrong. It is illegal. So there you're seeing the continuous pattern of law-breaking and misbehavior. I mean, it is part of these guys. These guys just cannot do anything right. You understand what I'm telling you?
But caller,
so when he comes
on the basis of that statement, okay, I cannot tell you that he has done anything wrong with regard to compromising his integrity whilst facilitating people who want citizenship via the CIP program. I cannot do that.
And that is fine.
Yeah.
And that is fine. I agree with you. But you've seen the pattern of behavior. And what I want St. Lucians to understand, that there is a pattern of illegal behavior. And Thaddeus Antoine is basically saying to the public that breaking the laws in St. Lucia is legal. I rest my case. Have a beautiful day, Timothy.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for calling. 452-2979. Your WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. We have another call. Good afternoon to you. You are on the air. Hello. Good afternoon. Okay, let's try the WhatsApp. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You are on the air.
Tim, I'm no tailender, you know.
Good afternoon to you, caller.
I usually like to open the batting, but I've been trying from the time you start, but today wasn't my day. However,
depending on the condition of the pitch, sir, you sometimes you have to be a tailender.
That's true.
Right.
I like to go first. Let me tell you, Tim, St. Lucians, well, not we, because I don't forget. But we are forgetting. We are too quick to forget things in St. Lucia. And this is the reason why we keep on finding ourselves in the same thing over and over again. From the time you are a child, your parents used to tell you, don't play with fire. But you were not listening because you did not know what it was like to get burnt. But Tim, from the moment you get that burn, if you were going to play with that fire again, you would be very cautious. You would not try to touch the flames again. But how is it that St. Lucians get burned all the time and then they still go back in the fire? What's wrong with our thinking? And I will give you the example. Tim, just before the 2016 elections, when UWB won the elections, we had an issue with schools not being renovated on time, not enough money being pumped into schools. There was, in Viewfort alone, had 70-something small shops that closed down. You understand? Because of extra taxes and all of those things, Tim. Just after 5 years, we forgot all of that. And we brought back the same fire upon us, and today we're crying again. You understand? Tim, we had... I'm sorry to say it, Tim, but I have to say it, Tim, because look, right now, I'm still feeling it. You understand? I am still feeling it, and it's a Tim. A-level books are not cheap. After they are not cheap, right now, when you go to, I coming from Viewfort, going all the way to Cashers, what they tell me is that they're not even importing the books again. Yet till we have schools using the books. Okay? We have schools that is using the books. Yet till they are telling me they're not importing the books again. So now you have to go and hunt to find out who left A-level and the book, if they're going to sell the book that they have, and if they have not changed it, that you're going to buy it from them and to use it. You understand? This is the condition that we have gotten ourselves in this country. Okay? When we had a system in place that would have cut that cost on parents significantly, the famous ebook thing, and this is the situation that we've put ourselves in. Are we not learning at all? What is wrong with us as a people? I am hearing people, you understand? And this is the sad thing about it, you know. Some people will tell you, because they realize what's happening there right now. Oh, all governments are the same. All politicians are the same. Nobody can stop crime and all of that nonsense. It is nonsense, Tim. Because do not tell me all police officers are the same. Not tell me all teachers are the same. Not tell me all securities are the same. All journalists are the same. No one person, no two persons are the same team. You understand me? Everybody thinks different. So no two politicians can never be the same. And I like to work for myself. Every time a Labour government is in office, it's more difficult to make money because people spend less. Not because they have all what they need, but because they cannot afford to spend the extra. They only buy what they need. You understand me? But underneath a UW government, there's always extra to spend. So the person's relying on themselves to make money. The person who's relying on the public to purchase what they're selling makes money. Why we keep on burning ourselves in the same place? St. Lucians need to learn. You understand? We need to learn. What is wrong with us? Why we keep on doing the same thing with us? The worst UWP government is better than the best SLP government. You understand? I am telling people every day, I never supported Stephenson King and the way they were going about doing their things. But yet still, it was still a better government under the Stevenson King than it is right now underneath Labour. Yet still, we keep on going back to the same nonsense. We keep on burning ourselves. Right now, CIP money running all over the place. CIP money spending all over the place. Okay? Many persons that went up for politics, for election for the Labour that did not win. When you went to their office, all they were telling you, I'm not the rep. I'm not the rep. Today, they're not the rep, but today they have money to spend. They have money to spend everywhere right now. You understand me? And I'm talking about Miku South. They have money to spend everywhere right now. But they were not the rep before. Tim, we need to learn in this country. Right now, Labour is spending money everywhere, giving money everywhere in all little corners. And I can tell you that. You understand? Basically, they're buying votes. And we, the St. Lucian public, will take that and will go and vote for them next election. And then some more taxes coming down on you. And then you can't eat. You only, $500 will help you survive for 5 years. I don't know how Mr. Bermuda used to say it. I don't want to call us stupid. But it is a stupid mentality that can only do that. It is a foolish mentality in somebody that can cause them to go and put their hands in the same fire all the time. It cannot be anything else but that. Have a good day, Tim.
You too, sir. Thank you so much. And it was on Monday of this week we heard from former government minister Sarah Flood-Bobra speaking about the Citizenship by Investment program.
I have never been a supporter of CIP. And I think if you go back to the probably 2 occasions when I spoke briefly about CIP when I was in government, it was to say that in principle I did not agree with it. But having said that, both administrations promoted CIP, and there were certain safeguards that were put in place to ensure that we did not sell our country, because that is what is happening right now. St. Lucia has been put on the open market, and St. Lucia is being sold. Pierre Ekhile ka van Saint-Lucie Golo. Pay no ka van Golo. This is what's happening. And Timothy, recently, Lucia, to me, looked like a prostitute and felt like a prostitute. Between Carnival and CIP, Timothy, St. Lucia is looking like a prostitute. And the same minister happens to be in charge of both Carnival and CIP. But today I'm talking about CIP. When you sell your passports, when you sell your citizenship, you sell your country. That's what you do. Now, some people say that, there's a CIP program over in Canada, there's a CIP program over in the States. Timothy, when you have limited land mass, when you have limited, we only have 238 square miles of land. And many St. Lucians have been working for all of their lives, and they cannot own a piece of St. Lucia. Timothy, the smallest house lot probably that is sold is around 5,000 square feet. Some people have worked day in, day out, night and day, and they cannot own a piece of St. Lucia. With what is happening with the CIP, Timothy, 5 rich families can purchase half of the land in St. Lucia. Overnight, we can be foreigners in our own country. Overnight, we can go back to slavery in our own country because of CIP. Timothy, this is what is happening in the place. And if there is nothing that should get St. Lucians more upset, is what is happening with the CIP program.
Part of a contribution made on Monday of this week on this program by former government minister Sarah Flood-Bobra. This is the most monitored talk show in the world. Still to come, what is happening at the Entrepot Secondary School? We have a report.
There is only one option when they arrive. Now services will make the dead look alive. With Bouteille and Beaufort accessibility. Remember, we have the only private cemetery. No one can match our prices from coffins to corsage. Personalized service you get when Lazarus take charge. Quality service, no package to make your wallet bleed. Lazarus is your true friend in your time of need.
Lucilex remote options are available to serve you every weekday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Call or send a WhatsApp message to 285-6796, 285-7859, 285-3593, 285-3329, or 285-8640. Or send an email to customersupport@lucilec.com for assistance. Lucilec encourages you to use the available options for doing business with us remotely.
Good morning, students.
Good morning, teacher.
Let's head back to school.
It's time to get the children ready to head back to school with a back-to-school loan from First National Bank. Get up to $30,000 for all your back-to-school needs. No deposit required, low interest rates, and an easy process. Visit any First National Bank location or call 455-7127 for more information. Let's head back to school with First National Bank. Terms and conditions apply. First National Bank, here for you.
This is We Summer. Get ready for the biggest and wildest deals from Flow.
Summer comes with the best deals for ya. Switch it up, this is We Summer. Flow says this is We Summer. We Summer. Hey.
Who got the best deals? It's Flow. Bundle postpaid Wi-Fi, you go. Cut a bill in half, save more for sure.
This is We Summer. Bundle broadband now with postpaid and get your bill cut in half. Plus, get up to 4 Samsung Galaxy smartphones for only $4.
15,000 in cash is that. 15,000 in cash, win that.
Win $15,000 in cash when you sign up, switch up, top up, or pay up with Flow.
Summer, Flow says this is We Summer. We Summer.
Flow, keeping you connected. Terms and conditions apply.
Get geared up to open Creole Month with the most anticipated Oktoberfest en Guayal Creole Brunch. For the first time ever, be welcomed by a delicious complimentary Creole breakfast, an array of scrumptious Creole dishes on sale, ranging from seafoods, pork, warm Creole breads, and so much more. A selection of foreign beers, rum-flavored beers, spritzers, and more. Entertainment by the island's very best. Umpa, Black Boy, Kuya, Jerv, Sly, Chevy J, Nerdy, Hollywood HP, Levi Chin, DJ Check, DJ Kiddo, DJ H, and MC Dallo. Hosted by Collation and Ronnie Ron. Sunday, October 6th at Gaiety Gardens from 11 a.m. Limited early bird tickets are $60. Regular $75. Tickets are available at all sell outlets, Heineken St. Lucia warehouses, and online. See Oktoberfest on Instagram and Facebook for more information. Must be 18 and over to enter. Drink and live responsibly.
6 ball. Just a flick of the wrist.
The CPL action lives at KFC as we add an exciting new item to our menu. Introducing the King's Box. The King's Box includes 5 dipping wings undipped, 1 piece of chicken, 1 regular fries, and a 16-ounce soda for only $20. Purchase a King's Box for a chance to win VIP and regular tickets to the King's cricket matches in St. Lucia, KFC vouchers, and other prizes. Participation is simple. Simply sign your name and number on your King's Box receipt and place an entry box provided at all 5 locations. Promotion runs from August 1st to September 16th, 2024. Look out for pop-ups, photo-ops, and memorabilia sign-in from the Kings players at selected stores. The T20 action continues with KFC. Purchase a King's Box today and be on your way. KFC, finger licking good.
Yes, into the crowd. 6 sixes and an over.
Gade mweti boy, pa fe la femela.
Stop all that smoke, fume, and noise. Keep the emissions to zero and be a hero for the environment. You can still do all your lawn mowing, brush cutting, leaf blowing, hedge trimming, even chainsawing, but with a battery-powered machine. Europa is now offering a buy one, get one free on professional battery tools. When you buy the tool, we'll throw in the battery absolutely free. Yes, you heard right. You get 1 free battery with the purchase of any Steel professional machine.
PS la fime, PS Desord. Merci papa.
Visit Europa in Massat Grosley or call us at 452-0763. Europa, we service what we sell.
It's coming. The brunch of the century. Welcome to sunburnt. 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 It's coming.
Attention men, are you worried about your prostate? Then get a multi-parametric MRI of the prostate done for only $1,250 from now until the end of September in commemoration of Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. Don't guess. Know your status. Speak to your doctor or urologist, or just make an appointment by calling any of the La Clinique de Corps branches in Castries or Rodney Bay at 451-6559. That's 451-6559.
The CPL is back for 2024, and the St. Lucia Kings are hunting for their first title. This year, it will be the best ever CPL, with global superstars, massive sixes, and incredible entertainment at the biggest party in sport. There are 4 games between September 7th and 15th. Get your tickets now at cplt20.com. Turn it up and experience cricket played louder.
To have a strong structure, you must have a strong foundation. And at Caribbean Pastuche Limited, we offer top quality aggregate materials at great prices. We supply high quality ready mix, cast in sand and plaster in sand. We also take special requests for specific materials that you may require for your building projects. Caribbean Pastuche Limited is located in Bexon behind Essential Hardware. Give us a call at 489-0074. We're open from Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sundays, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Caribbean Pastuche Limited. Quality construction, our priority.
I've seen you here before, and I have something special just for you. What have we here? Happy housewarming to me? That's the MNC Home Depot Rewards Card. You'll earn points every time you shop, plus exclusive savings and promotions just for you. Just for me? Yes, just for you. Shop in store or online and enjoy a seamless experience. So I get to treat myself every time I shop? Exactly. It's time to reward yourself.
MNC Home Depot and Sunbelt Rewards Card. Sign up and reward yourself today at www.mnchomedepot.com.
The Ministry of Education has given the green light for the demolition of buildings that form part of the old Entrepot Secondary School. These buildings will be replaced with a new 3-floor wing to house the school's administrative department, staff quarters, and classrooms. It will also feature a new court. In light of the construction and now limited space, the school announced that it would be going through a transition where a blended approach of face-to-face and online learning will be implemented. Arthur Scott, principal of the Entrepot Secondary School, says the works are expected to span 12 to 14 months. However, he says the school is working hard to ensure a seamless transition to the new model.
As a result, we are using a 6-day cycle, and with this 6-day cycle, we are engaging from the Form 5s every day on site. That means they come to school every day as normal. But the 1s and 2s for this cycle, so we have the Form 5s coming in, the Form 1 group and the Form 2 group. And on the alternate day, we have the Form 5s, the Form 4s, and the Form 3s. So we have an alternative system. So it just churns every day. So day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, and we repeat.
Scott says that students have already been exposed to online learning due to the COVID-19 pandemic. However, some parents have expressed concerns about the quality of education that would be delivered through the blended approach. In addition, some are concerned about the lack of access to devices and internet, especially since Form 1 students are yet to receive their laptops from the government. Scott admits that certain issues, such as laptop and Wi-Fi access, are issues beyond his control and should be taken up with the Ministry of Education.
What I can tell you is that in planning for this blended approach, the ministry has assured us that the laptops for the incoming students, they're underway, they have to be sorted, and they will be distributed to our students. At present, what we are doing is just keeping tabs with those children who really have a great need. But our approach has also catered for that. So right now we are giving them the assignments that if they don't have the access, the online access, they can do it as an assignment and present it on the next available day.
Scott says that it is only the first week of school and there will be issues arising. Nevertheless, he says that the school will support students who need help. On the flip side, he says that the online learning will benefit some students as they now have access to more information from different sources.
What we want to make sure that is understood is that we will not be tolerating any form of deviant behavior whilst using our classrooms, our online classrooms. And our online classrooms are so designed that as principal, my administrative team and myself, we will be in these classes, we'll be looking in to see what is happening and ensuring that all works out well. We would want to encourage our parents to make sure that they are monitoring as well, because we have created a system where the parents can access these classes as well to see what is happening, and so we can be monitoring together.
Scott says that the school will need the support of parents to ensure the development of students. He reveals that he had an engaging orientation session with the parents of Form 1 students. Based on the outcome of that session, he says that he is looking forward to a productive academic year. He assures parents that teachers are well trained and ready to tackle the online learning. For the DBS News World, Miriam Montoute reports.
All right, thank you so much, Miriam Montoute, for this report which was filed last evening during the DBS News World. I thought I'd play it because at least 2 parents called the broadcast yesterday to complain about the fact that some of the students at the entry post-secondary school had to remain at home to do online learning. We have a call in line via WhatsApp. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You are on the air. Let's see if the call is on the line. Okay, we lost the call. 452-2979. That's 452-2979. Your WhatsApp calls and messages at 716-2026. And that is 716-2026. We just have a few minutes left on the program before we conclude. We'll be hearing just a bit from the island's acting police commissioner, Mr. Ferngard. I think we have that call. No, we don't. All right. All right, let's hear from the island's acting police commissioner, Mr. Ferngard, and he has a message for St. Lucia's criminals.
I also want to tell the individuals who are in conflict with the law that although I'm not an individual that have a loud voice or a loud shout, but I do have a lot of action to complement it. I will not allow St. Lucia to be overrun by persons who are in conflict with the law.
All right, just so there from Acting Police Commissioner Mr. Ferngard. We have our final call in line via WhatsApp. Good afternoon, you're on the air.
Timothy.
Rick Wayne.
C'est plusieurs des policiers. You're pas bon. So now you know why one of the reasons we're not dealing with crime properly.
Yeah.
One of your callers told you that you forgot, man.
Yeah, I know. He made the point early on.
All right. Now, another caller, I think, was suggesting I should not talk on religious matters.
Yes.
Did he say why?
He said that you're not equipped to do that, and because you don't believe in God.
But what's religion got to do with God, Tim?
Nothing.
What? Tim, why do you let your callers... I hope you don't do that to me. Why do you let your callers get away with things like that? Your show is an erudite, scholarly show. Well, why do you let guys just say things and based on that they have a freedom of speech? Nobody is stopping your freedom of speech.
Well, in your case, I knew that you'd be calling to defend your position, Carl.
Oh. But I hope it wasn't past Brother Harris.
No, it was not Brother Harris, no.
Brother Harris is a lot more generous than that. But anyway, the gentleman is entitled to his view. But I tell you something, Tim, I've lived a long time and I'm not doing too badly as it is now. And among the things I learned a long time ago, the principles I've lived by a long time ago. And one is this: right will always triumph over evil. But only if right-thinking people have the guts to stand up against what they know is evil. That little caveat is mine. And it's a thing I've learned over the years. Right will naturally triumph over evil, but you have to stand up by right so that evil will not prosper. Because if you don't, you are where we are now. One of the main reasons we are where we are, and we love to blame it on political party. And the only reason the political party takes the blame is because they took an oath to protect us against that. But the truth is, we are the committers of crime. We are the people who commit evil of the worst kind. We are the thieves and the tolerance of those things. We are the ones who are complicit with the most evil things in this world. It's just that the governments, regardless of party, have the responsibility to protect us from ourselves. You get the difference, Tim?
Yes, sir. Got it.
And when they fail at doing it, we have every right to criticize them because we pay them a lot of money and give them a lot of perks and position and respect, etc., by virtue of those positions we give them to protect us from our evil selves. I want to make sure that I don't want anybody thinking I'm among those who think that governments are responsible for crime and so on and so on. Governments are criminal themselves. And in places like ours, we don't have the mechanisms to pull criminal government people before the courts. That's a problem. In big countries, you have bodies, independent bodies, that from time to time put politicians before the courts. We have something going on right now in the United States with the president, former president of the United States. So I don't believe in, by the way, the notion that we are born evil. I believe we are born good. I prefer to believe that side of things. Most people think man is born evil. I don't. I happen to believe man is born well. Babies and so on are well. It's the environment and whatever that turns them into animals and frogs and all those kind of things. Mm-hmm. But people have to, that's the democracy thing again. If you are unread, uneducated, you don't talk to any useful people, you believe a whole lot of chamber. I was in a courtroom, a high trial going on, when the judge shut down the case for the day, Tim, because a frog was caught in the courtroom. A frog. You know why?
Because the fear is that somebody engaged in some kind of witchcraft through the use of a frog and hoping to determine the outcome of that case.
It wasn't the fear, was the judge gave the order to close down the court because she believed the frog was over here. Okay, let's get it straight. And if our highest minds believe in that kind of stuff, you wonder why the guy who never went to school is in trouble? Our problems, Tim, let it be said, all of our problems are caused by us. We are living in, I notice a lot of your people have picked up and others have picked up the little word I used the other day. We have turned our country into Jackassville. We have done it. We have turned our country into Jackassville, and we cannot defend anybody who chooses to call us jackasses, like some people did not so long ago. But when we examine it, we have turned our country into Jackassville because we have laws that we don't implement. We have laws that should be implemented, should be enacted. None of our institutions work. And so we are responsible for where we are. The politicians have a job of protecting us from ourselves, that those of us who behave, put us behind bars, etc., and they paid to do that, I repeat. But don't think for 1 minute we are criminally ridden because we have politicians yellow or red team. That would be misleading people, and it does not make any excuse for any party either. Whatever party is in office must take the heat for the criminality in the country. But let us not forget who is causing the criminality, who is committing the criminality. Is you and me and our cousins. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for calling, sir. Finally, our NewsSpin news of the day. The NewsSpin news of the day. The world is pumping out 57 million tons of plastic pollution a year. Once again, our NewsSpin news of the day. The world is pumping out 57 million tons of plastic pollution a year. There's a broadcast. Thank you so much for watching and listening to another edition of the world's most monitored talk show. My name is Timothy Poleon. Goodbye.